My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, specifically the Darkest Raptopia Estate, the second of its name. Alright, it's Mardi Gras, the bar, the gambling hall, and the brothel are all free, which is kinda handy considering the stress on some of my characters, but at the moment what I really want to do is illuminate what I'm going to be doing soon. Because I found, I kinda got dunked on, wildly, in the last episode, both in the first and second mission that I attempted, and each time it was a direct result of bloodsuckers just really making our lives horrible. So I need to start removing the high infestation, and the only way I'm going to be able to do that is going to the courtyard, killing the Viscount, coming back, having everyone cleared, all that good stuff. The party that I'm going to want to do that with is currently set up. That is Mevrel, the champion Hellion in the front line, paired with Fitzhugh, the legend occultist, Puchot, the legend houndmaster, and Leolof, dear Leolof, my champion grave robber. So that party is going to be pretty good. We've got damage, 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 we've got stress heal, we've got heal, we've got self-heal, we've got self-heal, we've got stun, we've got stun. We have even a guard as well that can be used for dodge tanking. One of the big things about having Mevrel up the front here is she can project damage really far. Think, like, if we have Major General, right? If we have a man-at-arms in the front line, he can project damage to the third row at maximum, unless you're talking about a Bellow, which does, like, 1 or 2 damage. Which can be a problem, especially when you want to kill, like, the Chevalier or someone who's in the back line. Obviously, I can't use Baudet, although I would have loved to. Because Baudet is going to be incapable of killing the back lines because you just can't really blight the enemies in that area, unfortunately. I'd have like maximum of 40% chance to blight them, and that's just not good enough. Consider a frontliner being like a Crusader. I can literally only hit the first 2 rows unless he's way, way, way back in the party, and then that screws up the rest of my positioning. Like, what other frontliners do we really have? All the way to Marshall, our Master Flagellant, who can only hit the 3rd row again. In order to be able to hit the back row, my option is for Mevrel, and Mevrel is also going to have the option to Barbaric Yorp, which is the best stun in the game, in my opinion, and take down, or rather immobilize the front 2 targets. It's also a really, really high base chance, so I can just pair her, you know, damage trinket plus Barbaric Yorp. So something for stunning. That's going to be great, but it's not what I can do at the moment. So let's start locking our people away to do their stress healing and things like that. I'm going to have to start selling some trinkets as well, which is terribly sad. I'm going to get rid of both of those flagellant ones because there's better versions of those that are just normal. Bloodied Fetish is actually really good on people that have the Crimson Curse because they can't pick up disease. Funny that. Right. Steady Graves, Slippery Boots, debuff Skill Chance, Disease Charm. Yeah, a lot of these just have to go right now, unfortunately. Blighting Satchel I'll literally never use. Never using the Immunity Mask. I think that's it for ones that I can sell easily. We made a pretty serious amount of money there. Fuck off! Caretaker, son of a... yeah, that's really annoying, because I was gonna stress heal a lot of people here. Alright, well. Now, Puchot needs to hold a trinket that I don't care about that much, because it's entirely possible that he loses the trinket while he's gambling. And you're drinking, so that's okay. Fitzhugh, you'll be fine there. Alright, while we do... See, I couldn't put Bureau in the bar anyway, because I need Puchot to go in the gambling hall. So I guess just Bureau doesn't really get a heal right now. Alright. Let's go to the sanitarium. And Leolof has the runs. That definitely needs to be removed before you go into any dungeon, unfortunately. Mevrel only has Spasm of the Entrails. Braquois has Wasting Sickness. Should be removed as well. The rest of them don't have anything important. I'm pretty sure both of you... Yeah, by virtue of having a disease, both of them don't have the Crimson Curse. So, now I don't have the money to really start locking things and locking things in and locking things out. Like, I want to lock in Hard Noggin and lock out Scattering on Bjorn right now, but it would take 9,000. I can do that right now, actually. And I need to do that before Scattering locks itself in. There's so many things I want to lock out on Randy Shuddy, but I can't really do that right now. Alright. Okay. Now we've got to choose our mission. I had a quick look through them, and this is the one that most interests me. That's in the ruins. It's explore to get 90% of the rooms. Medium, veteran, and it is for a heaven's hairpin. Negative 25% stress if the torch is above 75, and plus 10 accuracy if the torch is above 75. I could just put that on, you know, a Hellion. Obviously, it's a Hellion item, but I could put that on a Hellion going to the courtyard, because the courtyard itself always counts as being 75 or above in terms of its torch level, despite not really actually having a torch mechanic there. So that would be just negative 25% stress and plus 10 accuracy. That's huge. That's actually really, really, really big. At the same rate, I want something to speed up Mevrel, and I want something to make her more accurate, and I want something to give her a better stun chance. Like, I'm putting a lot of different questions on what I really want for and from her. If I could go to the Warrens, I would go to the Warrens, but I can't go to the Warrens, so I shan't go to the Warrens. I think still the only one of these that I really feel anything for is this. Yeah, so I may as well go there. Okay. 8 experience to go to this area, so I guess Marshall and anyone below will not level up to level 5, so that's good. Let's have a look. Marshall shouldn't go here. Eagle Eye is actually pretty good on you. Dipsomania is annoying, but it won't affect you in this area. Paris, you're a Ruins Explorer? Yeah, you're definitely coming along. Especially considering I actually have really, really little frontline right now. Like, if I want a frontline, it has to be you and Marshall. That's actually the only possible frontline I have. Unfortunately, I don't have any healers low enough level that I can actually just pair them right now. All of my healers will level up out of Veteran if I use them on this mission. I wonder if that means I shouldn't use any healers. I do have Marshall who can do healing in a pinch. Quick Slayer, Quick Draw, On Guard are basically equivalent for me right now. Natural Swing, eh. I do want the Stress Healer, so I want to take Fontmai. But I also realize I'm not going to have many more missions in low levels with Stress Healers. Like, Fizzblood and Fontmai are my only low-level Stress Healers. Because I've been using them a lot. I should have thought of this from the ground up and built 2 more Stress Healers into the build. Because they're actually really important, and I've never had enough to feel okay. I think I can do this. It's not amazing, but this will be okay. Remove blight, remove bleeding. Alright. You don't have unparalleled finesse, that's fine. You do have bandit sense though. So bandit sense 4 plus encourage, or even gallows humor if I need it. Okay, I can deal with the stress on these characters if they happen to get a bunch of it. So what I really need to do right now is just make sure they've the right kit. If this is super expensive, I'm gonna cry. You're fine. You aren't fine. You definitely need all of those, unfortunately. Musad, you're fine. You... Yikes, this is actually gonna be another 8k. Okay. We need to get rid of something. I never run 2 bleeds in the same area, but bleed resist is... Yeah, I never run 2 characters that do bleed as their primary amount of damage in the same area, so I won't take that. I kind of want to get rid of the Hero's Ring, but at the same time I don't at all, because it's actually... It can, in circumstance, be amazing. I don't think I can justify taking Cursed Incense ever For a medium mission, I should now have enough money. Oh? Alright, never mind. They don't have trinkets yet. Yikes. So, Marshall being fated and quick reflexes, he's actually quite fast as well. I kind of want to give him plus speed versus bloodsuckers. Or just plus something versus bloodsuckers, because we will fight a lot of bloodsuckers. Could give him Ancestor's Pen. I mean, the first thing I do is I give him the Bleed Amulet. That definitely happens, alright? Let's go to Paris now. Give you Stun Amulet. Actually, you should be Sun Ring, Bleed Amulet. Man, I actually want a Sun Ring on everyone because I don't have a dedicated healer. Okay, who's the most accurate? I think it's our Grave Robber. 105 on main shots. Yeah, it's the Grave Robber's the most accurate of these classes, I believe. Actually, your main shot is 110 by base, and you're fated. So, if anyone can afford to give up their Sun Ring, it's going to be you. Right. I'm not going to use the Eldritch thing. That was just to get it out of my inventory. So, what do I want to give you now, then? Berserk Charm? No, not really. Here is definitely Sun Ring on Holy Slayers. You should take Dismas's head. No, you don't even have a higher damage base than Dismas. Really? Even when you on air? Huh. Let's think about this party for a second. In the first round, Vostel is always going to be using their lunge, but it's going to be slower than Musard. Musard will never use a... Like, her initial hit is never going to be a lunge. So that means that she'll always be in the back row when she launches. Okay, never mind. She's fine. I think your final item is actually Ancestor's Map. As weird as that is. I believe that is my setup for her items. That's my setup for yours. Beautiful. Let's go into the ruins. Okay, so you get a variable amount of food. We got 5 last time, we got 6 this time. Okay. Oh, cool. I actually already got the full stack over here. Cool. I'm going to take 2 medicinal herbs and 2 holy waters because I really... Also going to take like 1 blood because we're going to end up with someone with a Crimson Curse. And if I don't pick up blood in the dungeon, they could become a little more annoying to deal with. I'm taking the medicinal herbs and the holy water because I really need the gold from this mission. And since it's medium length, I'm not guaranteed to already have, you know, a full inventory of as much as I can carry home.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, foreign.
I mean, I have to backtrack down one of these hallways anyway. Is there any way that I can... Now, yeah, if I loop around like this, I only backtrack through 2 corridors, so I go here first. We'll kind of ampersand motion. Beautiful. No, 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 no! I wanted to use a holy water on that, you prick. Ooh, I want to use a holy water on that, you prick. Holy prick. Everything is. Alright. It's probably just going to be my attack. Because everyone else is going to focus on the back line here. Since we don't have a stress healer, it's really important that we use as much of our damage to
Eradicated.
prevent anything from really going on in terms of stress. Crushing blow, that's a stun, but unfortunately... Oh, it's not a stun. Oh, it lowers my stun resist. Okay, that makes sense. As long as we hit the stun on you, as I'm well as sure we will. Beautiful. Yeah, no, we're fine. We'll kill that guy before he gets a turn. I think this might be the first Bone Commander I fought. His bleed resist is coming down. It actually is feasible that I could bleed him at some point.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Damn, we've almost got a full stack of Onyx already. That's good. That is good. Alright. Paranamania and Bloodthirsty. Flawed Release Cophobe, neither of those affect you. Hylomania will only make you pick up things, but it won't be horrible. Necromania and Resolution. I think it's definitely Moshel. He removes Bloodthirsty. Unfortunately, Paranamania is the one that I wanted him to remove more. The Bounty Hunter actually has increased Trap Disarm by base. So I'm going to have him disarm that for stress relief, as well as pass the map over to him to increase his chance for the disarm. I'll pump the torch before I go in here because I want as much scouting as possible. Fight me. Hey, yeah! Give me that puzzling trapezohedron. Stunned him. 15. 8 plus 15 is 23. Crit. Woo! If he acts at the end of the round next time as well, he's probably dead before he gets an action. 21. That was a really high damage roll for us. Nice crit. Yeah, he's screwed. Goodbye. Didn't even get a summon off. Holy hell. Sex contents are mine. Don Kishane. Okay. Can we get the Bone Noble before he gets an action? I'm gonna have to stun him. This is the only way I can guarantee that he doesn't get an action. Oh, now he's all the front. That's actually really handy. Nice. Holy shit, was that ever nice. We're gonna have to start setting up the kill on Bone Noble anyway. I'm not gonna do much damage to the Bone Commander by myself, so...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So I figure, why try? Like, the 3 to 7 damage I would have dealt to him in that turn wasn't going to make a difference, whereas if I hit the Bone Noble, it was possibly going to make a difference. That's the basic thought there. Good. This party can't stop critting. Not that I have a problem with it at all. Surprisingly, I'm very okay with it.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
We need all money. We're never taking home any heirlooms here. We can't afford to. Standard sack. It's empty. That's more than fine. Yeah, we've mapped this well that we'll only have to backtrack through 2 corridors. We don't pop up the torch here because there's no need to have better scouting in this area. We've already scouted this area and it won't scout down here unless we actually get a full map somehow. There's a couple curios that'll give you a full map. This is one of them, actually. If I fight this in darkness, I can also take this curio in darkness, but it'll save me a lot of torches. Do I need a lot of torches saved? Kind of, actually. I can't get surprised by this fight. Alright, fine, we'll do it.
Terrors may indeed stalk
Fuck.
these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Yeah, these guys give you stress and have reasonable crit, so fighting these in low light is a bad idea. Can't kill that before its turn, unfortunately. And now it gets to heal as well, and it crit. and it gave me the Crimson Curse, because of course it did. Right, well, we now need to just make sure the Gatekeeper is dead before it decides to leave. Yeah, this turned out to be a horrible decision. I would not remake this decision, not in a billion years.
Maintain the offensive.
This Sycophant could easily heal itself, unfortunately. Redigestion, thankfully on the target, will react with a crit.
Quakes.
Yeah, that one's now dead. I want all of the meaningful actions. Thankfully, it goes for bombing run. It's now dead. Well, I mean, it is dead, even though... Wow. That is a lot of damage that it does with that. Jesus fuck.
Destroyed.
Alright, we're gonna need self-heals out the what? We don't have self-heals. In fact, we don't have any heals. Right, because I built the party like this. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Them all.
Alright, Marshall, please go first. Damn it.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
I'll take any of those. Alright, I might actually have to rest when I get down here, because we're going to lose, yeah, another 6 on each of you. That was not worth it. I only did the previous fight in low light because I could have gotten that trinket in low light. And I didn't even get anything good from the trinket. So now I have to camp really early.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Okay, anyone who can take a bunch of extra stress should take off stress trinkets. Okay, it's more important you don't take stress, so I'll take that off of you. Good. It's fine that it gave stress to this guy, because that doesn't actually matter. That much, at least. Do we have any healing? No, we've just got encourages and stuff, so I guess we just encourage 2 people.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
We really need Marshall to take all of the damage from now on so that he can actually use some of his abilities. Thankfully, Hylomania didn't make them open that, so I can open it myself in my own time. Beautiful. Stacks on the emerald that we already had. That's lovely. Two fights in our near future. Not particularly enthusiastic about those, but they have to be done. Yeah, especially not when it's bloodsuckers. It's the worst news I could have gotten, in fact. Alright, we can probably kill the Sycophant before it gets a turn. Good. You're almost certainly dead before you get a turn as well. I split the dagger. No, just be safe. Just be safe. Lunge. Nice response. Well, at least they didn't crit me.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Really unfortunate that I can't do anything for Dismas unless I get hurt by other characters. Full stack of crest is better than the small amount of boss we would have just gotten. Also, I'm about to free up a stack because I'm about to run out of torches. Or rather, 1 stack of torches. Good scout. Okay, after this fight, especially on the backtrack up here, I'll be able to turn lights out for a while. That's going to be really handy. If I stun the Bone Marksman here, and it shuffles, then it's going to be in a position where it can't act even when it does get its actions back. I'm going to hit the Bone Veteran because someone else will be able to finish it, hopefully, but they didn't. So this means a flashing dagger. Yes, please attack Moshel. It is imperative that you do.
Obliterated.
Our damage is ridiculous. That can't be contested.
Trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
It's just our health is absolute wank. I will have to pump up the torch before I go into this room battle with Curio, unfortunately. Which means I'm likely going to run out of torches just before the end of the dungeon over here. Okay, that's really good. Lock Sarcophagus is going to give us a lot. Fucking incredible. Dead before you get an action. Beautiful. Yeah, couldn't have happened better.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Can't stop picking those up. Alright. Light goes out.
The darkness holds dominion. Black as death.
Dark Bracer is actually a pretty good item. It is better than one holy water. Especially considering I haven't seen any holy water trinkets. I should have, when I was standing in this room, poked my head out to see what this curio was, because I knew the routing that I was going for.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
So it would have given me a bit more information. Like, later, I'm going to still need a shovel. If it happened to be a locked cabinet, for example.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright, now it's time to get rid of the 2 medicinal herbs. We did use one of our medicinal herbs as well. So it's not like we brought 2 and then missed out on 2. We looted one of those. I've been lucky in not getting hunger procs, so I might actually end up feeding the highwayman. Yeah, I'm gonna end up feeding the highwayman a fair bit here. I do not... Ooh, I do have free inventory space, actually, if I use the Dark Bracer for the changes. Hang on. Good disarm. And back. I'm not going to be fighting in the dark, so I'm not going to put the Dark Bracer back on. Not reading that either. And now it's time to pump the torch.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Salvage.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
We're being kept a little above board by the torches that we just looted. We still can't get, or it's very likely that we don't get surprised, so I'm going to continue my adventuring.
The promise of safety.
Good. Yes, I want him damaged.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Alright, unfortunately we didn't scout and possibly find a secret room or anything that we'd missed. That went pretty well, but it could have gone horribly.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Like, it was so close to near tragedy. The Yips is pretty bad. Unfortunately, we just replaced Hard Noggin as well. Warrior of Light's pretty good. Wheeled Explorer is fine, obviously dependent.
All the decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final, crowning thing. I could not look, nor could I look away.
Okay, well that doesn't really make sense to me. Pusho just lost the Paralyzer's Crest, which wasn't something he was equipped with. I thought they first lost the trinket they were equipped with. Apparently, that's just being disproven. It is very unfortunate for me. Huh, Natural Eye and Phenegdophobia to lock out, that's actually not horrible. Natural Eye isn't good on you. Ruins Phobe is obviously bad. I don't know why I'm still looking at these. I'm not going to be taking any of them. It's going to be a monumental task for any of them to convince me that I need one. I would have purchased the Eldritch Slayer ring were we earlier in the game, but we aren't, so I won't. Fitzhugh is still away, and Pusho... I mean, I will have to enter the dungeon with him having a little bit of stress on him, and then stall up some fights and stuff like that, unfortunately. What do we have available? Caregivers Convention is lovely, but I can't do champion level dungeons right now. I'm just not actually capable of it. It will kill my team, is what I'm telling you. It will definitely kill my team. I need Fitzhugh to come back from their bender. I guess I can lock Buron in to have a drink. That's something I should do. Who just picked up the yips as well? Was it Paris? And it was... So I'll lock in Eldritch Hater on you and lock out the yips, because that has to happen. It's going to make you way better in the Darkest Dungeon and prevent you from being way worse everywhere I take you. Vostel, I can't lock you in here anyway, because you'll infect other people. Puppet Theater. Idle stress relief in town increased by 10 per week. I don't know what it is by base. Is it just like 5 by base or something? Because I haven't used Leoloff in a while, and Leoloff still has... Oh, no, I did use Leoloff. And it just didn't work out well. Of course. The one that I'm still saving for is the training ring first. So these translate at a rate of 2... sorry, is it 2 to 1? It might be. Let me just double check. Oh, 2 to 3. Okay. So I would get 15, 6, so 21, and then portraits, I think, double. No, triple. Okay. So 33 on top of my 188. About 100 away from getting the training arms. It's pretty good. I'm pretty excited to pick that up as soon as I can. For the moment, though, that's pretty much all that we can do. I've got to figure out what mission we're going to go on next time. It might just be the short veteran, just to take my time, basically. I'm slowing things down effectively. And it's intentional. Gillian, you are 5. I think I'd get 6 experience for doing it, so I think I'm actually at the point that people will level up if I take them out. So if they are going to level up anyway, why don't I just take them to kill the hag? Just clear the hag out. Or the alluring siren. That's 18 crests. There's a couple targets that I wouldn't want to take. And that's like, I don't want Freybutte, because if Freybutte's there, Freybutte will be equipped with a stun trinket. Which means that if Freybutte guards the alluring siren, I'm a sad dude. If I take a flagellant, the flagellant can possibly heal the alluring siren for a ridiculous amount. That's a bad idea. Bounty Hunter should be pretty good. Especially if I take the Eldritch Slayer. No, but he's locked away for this week, of course. I do like taking Fizzblood because he has a lot of abilities that just aren't effective if he decides to use them. I'll probably be taking a Vestal, Eldritch Hater, almost certainly Motel. Could take like Dismas. Master Occultist is actually going to be a pretty good pick as well, just for the fact that he's an Eldritch Slayer. He's a Cove Tactician, so he's already doing a lot of damage to specifically the Eldritch Beasts. He's also doing plus 30% damage versus Eldritch, and a lot of his damage a lot of his power won't affect me back. Like, if I'm using Gillian to fight the Siren, he'll get a bunch of bonuses for the fact that she's Eldritch, but once she takes control of him and tries to fight me, she won't get those bonuses because I'm not Eldritch. Although I don't want one target doing a lot of damage. Like, I do want to take Gillian, but I also want to take a different healer. Why would I take Gillian if I'm taking a different healer? I could just take a different, better damage-dealing class, right? I think my big problem is I can't find any frontline in this party yet. It might actually just end up being Fizzblood, Freybute, Gillian, and, like, Musard, or Fontmai especially, sitting in the back. In fact, it'll almost certainly be that. That, of course, will have to happen in the next episode. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you have been enjoying yourselves, Bridget, and hopefully we'll see you next time.